For the 70. Sixers are looking to take on a Western Conference opponent. Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. So Philadelphia will get the first possession. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. They've got Drew. Al-Farouq Aminu is out there with Myers left. Then there's the professor, and it's Davis in at the 5 spot.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Here's the professor to the left side wing. Here's Drew. Five to shoot. Okafor comes in with the double team. Drew gets the bucket.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing. Listen, playing Western Conference teams is never easy. And for the 76ers last year, it got downright ugly. Some games against the West, they just didn't stand any chance.
Took the opportunity when he saw it. The professor's got his first 3 points of the game.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Okafor kicks to Covington. Back to Okafor. Smith outside. Picked by Okafor. Smith drives in, and the rejection by Leonard. Here's the professor. A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Here's Drew. Tries it from 19, and he hits the jump shot. Drew. Drew's got his second bucket of the night. A lot of blowouts for Philly last year against the West, as you talked about. Greg only managed to take 6 wins in their 30 games. Clark out of conference.
And Kevin, that was tied for the fewest wins against the West in the league. But again, no surprise with Philadelphia because they really were focused on developing young talent there.
For Portland, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Davis sets a screen. Uncovered. Drew gets the bucket. Drew's got 6 points.
You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. And when he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Trailblazers leading by 7. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
And they continue to add to their lead. They might be ready to pull away.
No surprise from my end. I mean, they've been really good, and they're looking even better at this moment.
Here's Smith. Portland making their last shot. All by himself. And here they go. Jumps up. Oh!
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action.
And guys, the Spurs coaching tree extends pretty far these days. Coach Brett Brown, another former member of the Spurs staff, to be leading an NBA team.
Checking in for the 76ers, Noel.
First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. The 70 by 11. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
I was able to talk with Brett Brown for a moment. The battle on the boards is something that he knows will be a big barometer for how this game turns out. He said coming out ahead in rebounds is something that we simply have to strive for in this game. If we let them beat us up on the glass, it's going to be a long uphill fight. Guys?
Much appreciated, Doris. Thank you. So, Clark, what does that mean if your man is doing a better job cleaning the paint?
Kevin, that basically means you're being out-positioned and out-physicaled and out-hustled, period.
And some changes here for the 76ers. Carl Landry's checked in for Okafor. Grant comes in for Robert Covington. And Hollis Thompson subbed in for Cannon. And a switch here also for Portland. Damian Lillard's checked in for Drew. Crab's checked in for the Professor. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Noel.
And this has been a comedy of errors. I mean, you can just add another one to the list.
And here are the Trailblazers. They're rolling here on a 15-point run. Davis, the pass to Aminu. Lillard outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep. No good. And Philadelphia the other way now. Covered by Lillard. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Trailblazers leading by 13.
And one thing about Damian Lillard, for as much as he handles the ball, for as much as he pushes the action, he doesn't turn the ball over. I mean, surprising for a young, aggressive point guard, but this guy plays wise beyond his years.
And you know, Clark, another important point regarding Lillard, for as aggressive as he has been going to the basket, he's extremely durable. He's been terrific in terms of health.
He's been an every gamer throughout his young
Isn't
career.
that something?
That is
Yeah.
remarkable. Unusual in today's NBA for sure.
So it's Portland now. 1:39 left in the first quarter of the game. Davis kicks to Lillard. Fires from the corner. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's feed.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
One thing about Ed Davis, guys, he has the physical tools to succeed. The agility of a gazelle and the wingspan of a condor or pterodactyl.
You know, Greg, getting back to Ed Davis, his abilities go beyond physical attributes, strong intangibles. Roy Williams always used to talk about him like this: high basketball IQ.
Yeah, second-generation NBA player. His father, Terry, played a long time. He's humble, he's hungry, and motivated. So a lot of key characteristics, I think, in the success of most players he displays here early in his career.
Drew gets the bucket. Drew's got 14. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
Here's Drew. 14 points for him. Shot clock at 6. From deep three-point range, and Philadelphia grabs the miss.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
And it's Noel missing. Trailblazers leading by 19 points. There's a 4-7.
And a huge lead here early to start.
Boy, you know, right from the tip, there's not anything they haven't done well so far.
The 76ers have gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. Got a piece of it. And now Portland on the break. And the basket by Lillard. Lillard's got 6 points.
I tell you what, fellas, we're seeing some really good ball movement out there.
Definitely 10 of their last 12 points have come off assists.
It'll count. We're at the end of the first quarter, and what a blowout. And now a chance to hear from point guard Damian Lillard as he explains his stoic demeanor.
I was taught to, never let anybody see how you feel.
I would say, Clark, we probably shouldn't expect to see Lillard starring in any reality shows about his personal life.
I think that would be accurate. I mean, Lillard is a young man who is all about taking care of his business and doing what he needs to be doing. I mean, his reality is trying to live up to the expectations for him in Portland.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And looking at what we've seen, Trailblazers pretty much in control here.
You know, you can tell right now this team's on the same page. They are right where they want to be offensively.
Well, finding scores on time and on target with your passers, it makes scoring the ball easy for them.
On the court for the Trailblazers, we've got the professor. Myers Leonard is out there with Davis. Then there's Al Farouk Aminu, and it's Drew in at the shooting guard. 4 on the shot clock. Embiid dishes to Smith. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Portland in total control. Last season, Portland won the Northwest Division and had a good year, certainly, but they had some issues when they were the away team on the road and away from the Rose Garden. They had some problems.
Yeah, actually played under 500 on the road, Kevin. Something you rarely see out of a team that wins 51 games.
Cannon, the pass to Okafor. Covington kicks to Okafor. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And we've played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Here's the professor. He's got 7. Left side, Leonard. Okafor with the steal. Here's Cannon, and the professor picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And the 76ers making a change here. Stauskas is checked in. Well, the city of Philadelphia has had some tough fans. There's no doubt. You know, we've seen a boost.
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor.
Sixers team a year ago.
You know, the Sixers were going to be be in trouble from the very start of the year. A lot of fans didn't even bother to show up to boo. I mean, Philly had the worst attendance in the league last season.
But they've got hope, Greg.
A lot of young talent. Maybe this is the year it starts to materialize.
Stripped it away. And again, Portland running the court in transition. And the rejection by Smith. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession.
And you know what? His mind's playing tricks on him right now because he's not going to live that one down easily.
Well, when you look at the 76ers, it's no surprise that they have empty seats. I mean, they ended up 12 and 29 at home, which wasn't the worst mark in the NBA, but it was tied for second worst.
Out of bounds, Portland takes possession. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Rabs checked in. Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter.
And Philadelphia just, at times, hard to watch, even at home. I mean, they had the worst home field goal percentage in the entire league. Hard to get the crowd into it if you are clanking it on the rim every trip down. And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Here's Philadelphia. Nothing offensively yet from them in the second quarter. Pass to Okafor. Smith outside. Embiid the screen. Back to Okafor. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And ran his man straight into the screen and got a clear path to the bucket.
That is how it is done.
Excellent team play there on the pick, and then he rips it down.
Pass to the professor. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Clock at 6. Here's Davis, and he's on the money with his first shot today. Davis has got his first points of the game.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
And Embiid throws it down.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
A bit of a slow start to the career of Nick Stauskas. Was a highly touted rookie a year ago, but had a hard time finding minutes early on last year. That will change as he becomes more experienced.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Drew's checked in. Davis sets a screen. Drew passes to Aminu. Here's the professor. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. The professor's got 12. And last season, Clark, Stauskas' minutes grew with his play. At the end of the season, he was a big rotation guy.
Yeah, and it wasn't just his scoring or ability to shoot that he displayed. I mean, we know he can shoot the ball, but he showed he's a very smart player in the half court and pretty good passer, too.
Here's Drew, and he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
And the lead continues to increase. They are just playing flawless basketball at both ends.
Greg, I can't identify an area where this team has underperformed. I mean, they've been 5-star in every category.
Embiid kicks to Smith. Picked by Okafor.
2 minutes left in the second quarter.
A second chance effort. And Davis pulls it down.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Leonard attacking. It's stolen by Stauskas. Now here is Smith. Not a lot of room. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. That'll be a 5-second call. Portland did a lot of things right last year in their 51-win season. The one constant for them was how Greg, played defense.
You know, Kevin, they were good all season long in terms of staying focused on that side of the ball. Really made sure to challenge every shot. And with their length and reach, they should be a factor defensively.